Alright chaps, Ombre here from the BGPP, bringing you a new game today, Smooth Operators, Call Center Chaos. It's the first time I've played this game. It cost me 80 Microsoft points, so about £1, definitely worth picking up. But let's get into this. Let's start a new call center and see how we get on. Right, difficulty. I'm gonna do it on normal, as this is the first time I've played. Makes sense. Here we go. Right, okay, give your call center a name. Right, let's call this one BGPP Inc. Made a capital I because we're proper. There we go. Okay, so quickly run through the tutorials. So you want to build your own call center. There are a few things you need to know before you can start building your own call center empire. First off, on the top part of the screen you can see what happens when you're running the call center simulation act. For how long you have been running your company, what amount of money you have to play with, and the current size of your workload. On the lower part of the screen you can always check to see what controls are available at the time. Fantastic. Next. First thing a call center needs are facilities. Luckily your call center already contains a reception area. Yay! There it is, BGPP Inc. Modest sized building I say, but let's get this started. To get your call center going, you're going to need to add building blocks to have a place for your employees. Okay, so we've got the shop menus. Shop menus, you can build everything, find employees, fantastic. Build a call center with different types of building blocks, blah blah blah, hire staff. Alright, it seems pretty straightforward. Right, making money, this is the main thing we need to look out for. Workload consists of 3 channels: incoming calls, outbound calls, and back office. Have to hire operations staff agents according to the workload these channels. Okay. If your agents handle all the workloads for that day, you get a cash bonus. Right, bonus always good. Cash even better. If on the other hand you don't handle the workload, you can get a cash penalty. Okay, fair enough. Right. And in-game menus. Right. Check reports and clients. Follow objectives, milestones. Okay. Okay, hiring project managers. Okay, so this seems like different levels of employees. That's okay, I understand that. Everything building your call center be upgraded, because we want the best here at the BGPP Inc. None of this Simple Simon stuff. And we can further educate people. Well, that's good. You know, sending employees on work experience days and days away to team bond. And hopefully they just work bonding. Don't want any of that external bonding where we need them to sign agreements and shiznai. So right, good luck, time to start. And I can look at this tutorial again, which I won't do because it's boring as feck. So here we go. So our first contract is with Michael Arts Corp, and they're looking for an inbound workload of 500, outbound 200. No back office staff at the moment, so that's good. Prices, yeah, it's a bit low. I guess we've got to start somewhere, haven't we? Right, so let's start off. So we can go side to side here. Move my little mouse around. Right, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by... I'm not going up. I'm going to start on the same level. That way I don't need to be buying elevators and stuff, because as you can see here, we've got like elevators to get to the different levels. You can then go into flow tubes, teleportation devices, make things go a bit quicker. But I think what we're going to do is, just because we've got one contract now, is we're going to stick with all the operations on the floor. But what I am going to do is I'm going to leave space, make room for transportation and storage later. Okay, yeah, that's what I was going to do. I was just literally about to say I will keep space there for an elevator. So what I will do is we'll plunk this one down here. Michael Arts Corp is the only contract we've got, so we'll go with that there. Right, I'm just going to hit LB and I'm going to stop the speed so that the time stops moving there. So your speed here, you can go all the way up to 5 and you go all the way down to 0, and that stops time. So we're going to do that a couple of times just to make sure we've got everything right. Right, so what I want to do first off, I need some operation staff. Right, so the majority of my stuff is inbound, so let's hire some inbound agents. Sit them down here, one there. There we go. So 4. I think I'm actually going to make 8. I think I'm going to just quickly add another one straight away, just because of the workload. I know we've got a huge workload there. It's double the amount of the outbound calls, so they only need a few of them. So let's go in. It's good to know if you keep all your agents separate as well, I think. So like, I know that this whole block has just inbound agents. That way I know who to fire and who to shout at quicker. Right. So look, can I change the schedule already? Yes, I can. Right, okay. This is one thing that I noticed that you couldn't do on the PC straight away, and that is changing the schedules. I will come back to this later on because that's going to help us when it comes to them all needing to go to the toilet and having lunch breaks and going home. So I've got those there, and then I'm going to add a final one here, which is going to be the outbound operations building. Operation staff, outbound agents. There we go. Luckily, they seem to have different colour t-shirts, so at least we're going to know who they are when they're just wondering about doing no work. So there we go. So that's all 4 of them in there, and I've used up quite a lot of my money. So I'm going to just go ahead and start the speed. Oh, where are they going? Oh, wait. Back to work. You haven't even started yet. You've reached an objective. Hotshot employee number 1, hire 10 employees. Been awarded $500. Sweet. Done no work today. They've all just buggered off, but at least we're onto a good start here. So the one thing I'll show you up the top here, this is your workloads area. It tells you how much left you've got to do in the day. I guess the objective is to get it all the way down to the bottom, and then that way you get your bonus and you're not being shouted at from the bosses, even though I would technically say I'm the boss, but there's probably someone above my head. There always bloody is. So we've another achievement, take 100 inbound calls in one day. That was quick. So they're working away here. So the other thing is that these work spots are getting quite messy. They seem to be quite a messy bunch I've hired. So what we're going to need to do is hire some janitorial staff. But I'll do that later. I want to work out this first. Get the first couple of days going. I'm going to put it back up to full speed. As you can see, there's not much to do when they're just getting on with it. I guess, as the game goes on, I'm going to have more employees, more workstations. There's going to be things that are going to go wrong with them, so we're going to need to make sure that we've got people there to fix them. But as I said, right now, I think I'm just going to leave it as it is, let the cash come in a bit, and we'll see at the end of the day how we got on, and if we're going to need to hire any more staff. And it seems that all these ones have gone home. Yeah, it's 7 o'clock at night. So this is where I want to change a schedule, so I've got people working 24/7. Not that I want to call this a sweatshop or anything like that, but at least if we spread out the load of the work, it means we should be able to get more done in a day anyway. And there we go, make 100 TN sales in a day. 3 achievements there, day 1. Not a bad start in my book. So we'll just let everyone finish their work. And I might need to hire some janitors because that is a dirty work area that they've got here. I wouldn't be happy if I was working and stuff like that. Right, so as we see, everyone else is left now. We clearly haven't done our inbound and outbound targets for today, but I wouldn't expect that to happen for at least a couple of days yet until we get into the full swing of things. So here we go, at midnight every day we bring up the daily statistics, lets you know how much money you've spent, how much money is coming in, and the performance on all your clients as well. And since we've only got one client, we only need to bring up this screen. Okay, so it wasn't too bad. We hit 389 inbound calls and 107 outbound calls, so we lost about a third, but as I said, the first day, that's to be expected anyway. So right, we'll just click on to day 2 and we'll save the game. Yeah, okay, got my cash back and $1,000 total, being rewarded with $500. Well, could have rewarded me with 1,000, but anyway. Right, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to slow down the time and stop that again. Right, we are going to add some more buildings now. We're going to add 2 service buildings. The first one, we're going to put, where are we going to put this one? Right, okay, we're just going to go above it because we're going to have service buildings for each one. So we're going to put one there, and we're going to put one there as well. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to hire some service staff. And the janitors are locked. And the IT like, oh wow, I've just wasted so much money. Wow. I can't even... I should have checked first to see if they were unlocked before I did that. And there we go, another achievement. These seem to be coming quite easily, actually. Contractor number 1, build 5 buildings. Fantastic. Right, let's just speed up the time. It's not much to do now. Just wait. Just got to sit here and wait now. Can have a look closer at my reception area. Don't seem to have a receptionist. And in the PC version, there's always a woman sitting there. I say woman, could be a man. Not sexist. Just typing away. So that's a shame that that's happened. We don't have anyone there to guard ourselves. I don't know if you get security staff, but then if I'm going to have people coming into work 24 hours a day, it's probably not going to be a major issue anyway. Right, so what I'm going to do though is I'm actually going to put an elevator in here to start with, and then I'm going to put one in, hurry up and get across, there. I'm going to put an elevator there as well. Fantastic, now I've got access to hire janitors just after everyone starts coming into work. Right, let's just hire a couple of those quickly then. Yeah, alright, okay. Bloody hell, you've only just given me the option to bloody hire them. Why can't janitors go in there? There's no means to the floor. Right, okay, so what I've got to do is hire, put in an elevator at $5,000. That is ridiculous. Anyway, janitor. Right, we're going to have 4 janitors because they're going to come back during the night. It's amazing how quickly this company has grown. I've gone from being a sole trader to having almost 16 employees. There we go. Oh, I've got 16 employees. Right, I don't want another one. Can I hire IT stuff yet? No, not yet. Right, so as long as the computers don't break, we should have a better day today. But wait a minute. Fuck. Right, okay, I didn't check my reports because now I have back office items. So I now need to hire back office staff as well. Right. That I should have looked at and made plans for in advance. So can I afford a building? Yes, but then I can't afford anyone. Right, no back office operations are going to happen today. That's my fault. Right, let's just sim through today, accept the whippings at the end, and then we can go from there. See how these people are getting on. Who's this? Ugh. Ginger. See how the outbound staff are getting on. Bert! Hey Bert. Right, so actually Bert's probably one of my best outbound agents. He's earned me $140 today. $290, so we've only been trading 2 days with him, so that's quite good. He's got a basic trading level, but I think what we'll do is we can work on that later on. We can see what he's talking about. He's annoyed at customers. Well, don't we all get annoyed at customers? Right, so as we can see here, everyone's gone home, and now the janitors are furiously working to get this crap hole tidied up. Okay, right, there we go. That is end of day 2. So, again, we've come in at a net loss of $8,364, but considering I spent $10,000 on office and transport, ridiculous. Actually wasn't too bad of a day. So what we've got tomorrow is, there we go, forecast for tomorrow. We've got a lot more inbound calls. Outbound calls are staying the same, so we need to try and work on those, but we've now got back office items. So what we will do is we will work on adding back office staff to the team and trying to work on this workload. So thanks very much for watching. Remember to hit the subscribe button for all our latest BGPP videos, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye!